What's up guys? Welcome to another video of the How To series. So today we're going to be touching on a general warm-up that you guys can be doing before your squatting and deadlifting sessions. Now I usually I could sit here and do a different warm-up for squatting and a different warm-up for deadlifting, but it's not really necessary. Like usually if you're squatting, it's just kind of going in how you're feeling that day. So if you're squatting, you're feeling a little bit tight, do an extra couple goblet squats. This is a good general warm-up for you guys to be doing for both those sessions. Now, if you are feeling a little bit more tight than usual or a little bit more sore, definitely use your discretion and your best judgment to do a little bit extra goblet squats or whatever you prove to be challenging for the day. However, we're going to take you guys through exercise by exercise. We're going to be explaining each one on how to do it properly, what equipment you might need, and common faults to avoid as well in your warm-up for a successful deadlift and squatting session. Let's get to it. So the first exercise that we're going to be doing today is the kettlebell swing. The kettlebell swing is a great exercise to highlight the proper hinge patterns when done correctly. There are a lot of faults here in the kettlebell swing that could happen, like squatting instead of hinging. You guys can see any swooping motion with the hips, which is stuff that we can touch on maybe in a different video. But for today, if you're comfortable with hinging and you're comfortable and you can execute a kettlebell swing properly with good form, this is a really great warm-up exercise. Okay, so today I want you guys to be doing 10 to 12 reps. We're going to be doing 2 sets of all these exercises here. What I want you to be focusing on here is maintaining a nice strong foot. So we want to avoid rocking from your heel to your toe throughout the kettlebell swing. So we're nice sturdy foot. We're constantly applying pressure through the feet, and we're feeling tension in our legs and in our glutes by getting our hips to travel backwards and forwards. Our rib cage is never flaring up and going into a hyperextended position. We're keeping a nice braced pillar-esque core position, and we're exhaling powerfully as we get our hips through to the front. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I do want to hear you guys like at the top of each rep, so you guys can generate enough intra-abdominal pressure to generate a powerful and efficient move. Okay, so the next warm-up exercise here is a little bit more advanced if you can execute a lunge position properly, okay? So now if this is gonna be too challenging for you, I would just suggest doing goblet position reverse lunges. However, this is a really, really great exercise to target a very neglected area amongst powerlifters, and that's in the rotational plane, okay? So you guys are gonna be picking up a kettlebell. We're gonna be holding it in a goblet position. Now start light here, okay? This isn't about load, it's just about more so moving properly within good form. We're gonna be putting our back foot against the wall here. Now your toes don't necessarily need to be against the wall. We just need to find a comfortable position or a comfortable enough position to be applying enough pressure through that back wall, okay? So that back foot's gonna be against the wall. We're applying pressure to activate that back glute and that hamstring. We're really focusing here on keeping that rib cage locked down. We're bracing hard into our core. We have a nice packed shoulder position. And on the descent here, we're gonna be twisting towards the knee that is up in front of us, okay? So make sure you're not twisting in the wrong direction here. This is a really great way to focus hard on getting a nice deep burn in your core. Now we want to be initiating that rotation from our core, okay? So we're not just like twisting with our arms and leaving our chest here. I want you guys to move that goblet position or that kettlebell, sorry, in the goblet position along with your shoulders as you go down, and then we're coming back up to center or that neutral position on the way up, okay? So focus hard here on bracing properly. We're controlling the eccentric. This is a really great way to not only like if you're someone who just bashes their knee when they're lunging just to get reps in, this is a good way to slow that rep down and focus hard on keeping a nice stable position. This also is a good exercise, or I don't even know if I should say good, but it will highlight any mobility restrictions. So if mobility is an issue for you, make sure you guys are stretching before you do this. This next one is a a dead bug variation isometrical. Now, if you guys are familiar with dead bugs, which is something that we go over the bracing 101 video, if you haven't checked out that video, I highly recommend doing so. Now, this is a really great variation here because it is an isometrical, so we're kind of removing that dynamic so we can really focus on bracing properly. Okay, so you guys are gonna need a bench here or a block, some sort of sturdy surface. We're gonna be putting our calves on the bench here. Our ankles are flexed up, so toes are pointing towards the sky. Make sure you guys are focusing on your feet, okay? It's something that's I cue often to all my lifters. Focus on your feet and the things that hold you up, especially when you're doing like dead bugs or any other kinds of stuff like that. Think about your feet. From here, we're focusing on getting our hips slightly off the ground. Now, I'm not talking about like a couple inches here, literally like an eighth to a quarter of an inch, just so we can promote a nice tucked pelvic position. Our arms are gonna be out and we're focusing on getting our shoulders down and our shoulder blades are in retraction, okay? So we're really pushing that nice long spine as hard as we can against the floor. Imagine that there's a band running underneath you and someone's trying to pull that band from you and you're trying to stop them. Really focus hard on breathing through your belly here and not your chest, and we're gonna hold this position for about 20 to 30 seconds. So the next exercise here, we're just gonna be doing 6 reps per side with a tempo, okay? So this tempo is really, really important, so we can really focus on activating the muscles that we want. So we're getting our hamstrings, our glutes, and our quads, everything working together here in a nice hinging deadlift pattern. So what I want you to be focusing on here is picking up that kettlebell. We're starting in that nice locked out position. So locked out knee, locked out hip, and our shoulders are nice and locked out, just like what we would if we had a barbell in our hands. From here, we're gonna shoot our hips back very slowly, okay? So I want you guys to take 4 seconds to get all the way down as far as mobility allows, where you're not cocking your hips to the side. That's really important in this exercise. Go only as far as mobility allows. This is really great not only if you guys do experience a hip shift under heavy loading. Unilateral work is a really great way to not only challenge proper hip stability, but it is a really great warm-up tool as well, so that when you do grab the barbell, you're prepared. Okay, so brace hard. Again, our hips are traveling forward and backwards here, never down into a squatting pattern. And I'm focusing continuously on applying pressure strong through the feet. So focusing hard on pushing the ground away from you rather than pulling that kettlebell up, okay? So this is something that is a common cue in deadlifting. Really focus on continuously applying pressure through your feet, like find your legs. All right, so the last one is a feel-good one. It's also effective because it is an easy dynamic. It's just 10 leg swings front to back. We're just gonna do each leg here. I just like to hold on something sturdy, either my barbell for the day that I'm using or a nearby rig, and we're swinging up. What I'm focusing on here is not hyperextending or anything to get like a bigger swing. No one needs to be that guy at the gym to show off how high you can get your foot. No one cares. Focus on bracing properly here, so we are swinging from proper core engagement, but we are just getting that nice stretch each way. Thanks so much guys for watching. If you really like these videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. This is something that I'm gonna be carrying out over a period of time in the future. So we're gonna be touching on a lot of topics where you guys can learn. It's not only helpful for you guys, but it's also free content, okay? This is a really great place for you guys to be learning on stuff that's free, on stuff that I do normally talk about my clients. If you guys are interested in one-on-one coaching, I do offer one-on-one programming for strength athletes, whether you're a beginner power lifter hitting the platform for the first time or a national level athlete, I absolutely can help you. So all that stuff is linked down below as well. But for now, stay strong, my friends. I hope this was a helpful video and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.